Let's take a look at the COVID-19 situation outside of Korea. China's biggest financial hub, Shanghai, remains on an ultra-strict lockdown as part of Beijing's zero COVID policy. Even the Chinese military has been deployed there to handle the situation, as local residents complain they're unable to get even basic supplies delivered to their homes.
But on the other side of the world, a much different situation in South Africa, the country that first identified Omicron. It says it's lifting its national state of disaster. Rae-hyun tells us more.
China's biggest Central Coast city and the global financial hub of Shanghai will remain under lockdown despite plans for the measure to end at 5 a.m. local time on Tuesday. The city government said on its SNS account on Monday that after reviewing results of an exercise to test the city's 26 million residents for COVID-19, they decided to implement what officials called seal and control management. Authorities added that people would be strictly confined to their homes as well unless they require medical treatments. Meanwhile, there was no indication given as to when curbs will be lifted. The city began a two-stage lockdown on March 28th, starting with the eastern district of Shanghai, but later expanded it to the whole region. China has sent military and healthcare workers into the city to assist in giving COVID-19 tests to all residents on Monday. Meanwhile, the U.S. National Public Health Agency said on Monday that the highly transmissible BA.2 subvariant now makes up 72.2% of COVID-19 variants in the U.S. as of April 2nd. The overall number of COVID-19 infections in the U.S. dropped after hitting record high levels in January, and health experts in the country say another wave isn't likely to happen. According to World Health Organization, BA.2, which is more transmissible than the BA.1 Omicron subvariant, now makes up around 86% of all sequenced cases globally. However, evidence so far suggests that the BA.2 is not likely to cause severe disease. Turning to South Africa, the government have decided to lift a national state of emergency in the country starting from Tuesday. South Africa's president announced Monday that despite this, some of the regulations that had been in place to prevent COVID-19 will remain. This decision was made 750 days after the national state of disaster was first implemented. The president added that the country had entered a new phase in the pandemic, saying that the number of fatalities is continuing to drop, but stressed that people remain vigilant against COVID-19 while encouraging people to get vaccinated. Rae-hyun, Arirang News.